Hello everyone, welcome to your new moon in Leo report. So today is going to be a podcast style offering because unfortunately I haven't had time to do a video. So our Leo new moon is on the 4th of August, which is today. It's actually the day I'm recording it, but I thought let's be in the energy of the moon today. Let's be in the energy of Leo. So you're going to be getting this new moon at 11:12 a.m. UK time, so it's just about to happen. 4:14 a.m. Pacific and 7:14 Eastern. It's at 12 degrees and 34 minutes. Now, as I say, it's about to happen because I'm literally recording it on top of the new moon. So what is our lovely new moon in Leo bringing us? Now, our tagline for this new moon is to start thinking a little bit differently, shifting into igniting a spark that moves you. Yeah, so I'm actually going to be doing these reports a little bit differently from now on. Now, what I want to tell you is today's not actually a video, but I just want to take you through how I'm going to be doing things. So during the early days of my astrology training, I was really centered on making sure I covered every aspect that I could see on the chart. However, from today onwards, my new focus is going to be on the areas of the chart that show us something about our next steps. You know, I may talk about collective and global areas. However, this is going to be less common, okay? I want to provide a report that you can come back to if you need to. Remember that due to moon energies and themes being cumulative, we may revisit themes as we move through the astrological calendar. So if you feel something deeply during a moon, check back so you can understand the themes at play and if you missed anything. So as we shift now into Leo season, we ignite a spark that moves us to the 8-8 gateway, which is the Lion's Gate. And it's really extra special this year because we're in an 8 numerological year. So it's 888. So there's something highly special about the portal. Also, you're being called and pulled because we've got Mercury retrograde in Virgo today. It goes Virgo, Leo. So do be careful and conscious of your relationships and do everything in your power to ensure that there are no misunderstandings. And also because it's Mercury and it's retrograde, do check paperwork and things like that, but also remember that it doesn't have to stop you living, okay? Something I used to kind of misunderstand. I always used to think, oh, it's it's Mercury retrograde, so I need to stop what I'm doing. Well, no, we need to keep living. So that's something I need to say. I'm loving this chart. It's warm and generous, like the Leo, the lion heart. It wants you to give and be received. Leo always calls us to the heart of the matter. It asks us to know the path of the heart. A new moon is a new beginning. It's a wild moon. It says to the world, look at me. Leo is at its best when it has innocence, but be careful not to fall for the toxic side of the sign. You see, the thing is with Leo, it does have its capacity to be a little bit tricksy. Leo might be the majestic lion, yet there is things about the majestic lion that can be paranoid or angry or have sadness to it. And you're being called instead to think of the majesty of the lion. You know, the energy of the tenderness. Maybe go, rather than thinking of a lion here, think of a small cat and think to yourself, okay, I have that energy in me. Although it's powerful, it's also trusting yourself, okay? How is this Leo new moon going to bring me something? Now, Leo is a fixed sign. It's ruled by the sun. Strong energy, strong energetic vibration with the sun ruling it. It's associated with the wanting to protect. It wants to protect everything that it has, everything that it is, and its own stuff. There is a kind of selfishness to Leo in some ways, and I say it with love because the Leo, the lion, is the sign. These people are magnanimous, they're kind, they're caring, you know. But I want you to sort of think of things like how a lion would be the king of the jungle. They would do everything necessary and anything necessary to protect their pride, okay? Now, it doesn't matter where you are. This moon will probably affect you because everybody has a Leo in their chart somewhere. So what are you being called to do? So due to the energies, you're in a space where you're being asked to collect yourself, get to know what your wants and your desires are without asking too many making too many highfalutin plans, kind of Mercury's still in retrograde, so it's going to be there till the 11th of September, and it might get in your way, okay? But, I want you to know that this new moon in Leo is going to bring you that creativity, self-expression. You're going to feel the ability to pursue things that you want to pursue. Okay, it's also going to ask you, like I said earlier, to check in on your confidence with regard to your relationships, leaderships. How are you in your actual identity? What are you showing the world? How are you being? Okay, and there's a way maybe to look at how you can awaken romantic liaisons, that kind of thing. And we've got Venus in Leo at 29 degrees. And so that's kind of helping some ways by bringing you a kind of pull so you could get a better level of relationship understanding. So, or maybe you leave someone. Maybe you want to redesign things because Leo's giving you the choice. Remember, it's a very extroverted sign, as I said already, and it has the power and the capacity to get you to start growing self-growth, spiritual evolution, seeing the truth, yeah? Now, this new moon is sextile Jupiter, which is amazingly good for all of us. And the Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of luck. It brings opportunities. It allows us to be more optimistic. It's a moon where we can set deep intentions. Now, I want to say something, and I always thought of this in 2-week chunks. But actually, I'm going to give you some different information today. What I would say is when you get a new moon, you've got 4 weeks to make something manifest. So have an intention that you bring in and give yourself a 4-week window to create that thing. And Leo is a really good moon to use for this. Jupiter is impacting the new moon in a very favorable way. Okay, and it's going to provide big opportunities if you let it. So what I would say is use this new moon, use this time to think about what you want to create. What do you want to do? What are you doing at the moment? And how are you going to make this a real thing in your life? How are you going to harness its power? Okay, because that's what it's asking you to do. You're going to get that Jupiter will bring you confidence to do the thing. Think of how, if you know a Leo, and if you don't know a Leo, find one to understand. Leos are very confident people. They move forward very effectively. And with Jupiter in this spin, with this beautiful sextile playing out, you're being given the opportunity to literally go where you maybe feared to go before. Now, due to retrograde, you will need to be flexible, okay, and careful, because anything could happen if you're not looking properly at what you're doing, right? And I want you to note, though, that in this chart, there is a kind of help in some ways from Mercury, because it will help you to be able to look back at the things you know. It's kind of like you're going forward, but you're checking in on where you've been before so that you can make sure that you're moving forward in alignment with your wants and your needs and how things were before and how you want them to be now. So that's going to have a deep benefit to you because it's going to help you to know what new beginning you want to create from a real knowledgeable perspective. And I really love that because I think that's going to really help you to be able to create the life that you deserve to live. Yeah. So because of this Mercury retrograde, there will be a little bit of introversion where you need to think back and go inside and ask your intuitive feelings and thoughts what they want. Yeah. And because of that, you're going to feel differently about this new step. But it's a strong supported step because Leo will not leave you. It won't leave you in the dark. It will support you. Okay. So Mercury is currently in Virgo, okay, and it is later going to go into, it will be later going into Leo, okay? So because of that, it's going to have a different feeling. This Mercury retrograde is going to have two-toned feeling to it, okay? Now, Virgo is the planner, but you do need to be careful just in general. If you are interested, on my Facebook page, on the Self-Love, Self-Care Angel System page, there is a little piece about the Mercury retrograde, and I explain the Virgo and the Leo Mercury retrograde and how it will feel for you and how it might affect you and the things you can do to allow yourself to feel better in that time. Now, because this is Leo, love and relationships are very, very highlighted, okay? It's in its last degree, Venus is in its last degree in the chart at 29 degrees, which I told you earlier, didn't I? And also we've got Neptune at the last degree of Pisces at the moment. So Venus is kind of being impacted by Neptune and Pluto in the chart. And this means there needs to be some kind of, I suppose the word's adjustment. You need to adjust something. So you may be careful at things feeling out of your hands, okay? Or as if they are fated, or, as if this is life and this is how it's meant to be, okay? So be careful and I want you to really be aware of your relationships and your finances at this moment. Be really aware of how you're using your money and how you're treating your loved ones, okay? Because that's gonna, like I said, that's gonna slide into your psyche and your body, and your feelings about things are gonna be maybe a little bit exaggerated. Actually, I say maybe, but yeah, they'll be exaggerated because the Leo new moon Leo's quite an exaggerated sign. It's bigger. Everything's bigger with Leo. So if it's a lovely thing, that's great because it's going to feel really, really good. But if it's a bad thing and it expands, that's going to feel quite uncomfortable. So be careful with that, right? So you are going to be protected by Jupiter, though, okay? Even though you may feel that you may need to make these financial adjustments and things, you're fine because Jupiter brings with it, like I say, it's expansion. It brings luck, it brings prosperity, it brings, joy, and I'm feeling optimistic now. Yet there is a square Saturn, which I think I do need to point out. So be careful with Saturn making you feel restricted, because that's what Saturn can do. So it could make you feel unstable, say, with regard to your relationship, or unstable, say, with regard to your finances, yeah? Now, because of this influence that's coming through, I want you to look at these things. And also, because of Mercury retrograde, I would also say, be careful of your money, be careful of what you're buying. Do you want that thing? Do you need that thing? But the other thing is also just check the fine print of everything. Know that you're going towards things that are of light rather than difficult, okay? Because that can be a real issue if you're not careful. So because you're being asked to rethink, revise. This is what Mercury does. Mercury is all about the words, revisit, reclaim, restructure, reconsolidate. It's all it's like review, It asks you to look at everything carefully. And what it's saying here with this Mercury retrograde, okay, is watch how you are behaving out in the world. How are you speaking to other people, okay? How are you behaving? That kind of thing, okay? Now, I want you to remember that you're going to be okay because Jupiter is going to support you no matter what. This strong sextile with Jupiter will support you in this new moon. And the fact that it is supporting you means that if you create a beautiful intention this month and you run with it, you will achieve it. I'm pretty sure you will do it. I mean, I'm not saying you'll be successful in it because I don't know what you're doing. But what I'm saying is you'll be able to take the steps and move to it, right? But and obviously I'd want you to be successful so long as you're not doing anything naughty, right? But yeah, just allow this Jupiter to hold you, okay? And there may be a little bit and a few things that need to be taken a look at. However, it's almost as if Jupiter's holding your hand and Jupiter is going to protect you. regardless of anything else that's showing up in this chart. And as I say, these are the things I wanted to do. As I said, it's going to be a bit different, so I'm just really talking mostly about Jupiter today. I've done it for a reason, because it needs to be about your life, and I really feel these charts need to be about your life and not just me running through the whole chart and telling you things that maybe don't work for you. So the two pieces you need to remember in this new moon are relationships and money, and also about your new moon intention and going forward in it. So let's have our new moon intentions. Oh, lovelies, I completely forgot tarot. I am going to do the tarot cards, but like podcast style. So give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go grab them. So I have our tarot. Of course, that was no time for you, but for me, I had to shuffle around to find them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 cards like I usually do, and I'm going to explain them to you, and we're going to see what this new moon's bringing us. So I've got 2 cards for the new moon in Leo. So I've got the Page of Swords. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a picture of it in the community page on YouTube so you can see it. And for those of you who are my Facebook people, there will be a picture of it on the page. So we've got the Page of Swords, and I really get this because so the Page of Swords is literally standing on a hill, looking upwards, holding his sword up, and there's these beautiful clouds behind him, and there's birds up in the distance, and there's a sense of freedom with this Page of Swords. And I like this for Leo because Leo is about this younger energy and this vibrant person that can do everything and be everything. And this card's saying to me that, this is a kind of new freedom that you're feeling, and I feel that you've found this space and this energy and this vibration where you're able to cut things away. The angels are showing me you cutting things away. You'll cut away anything that doesn't really work for you. You did that probably during the full moon, and that's really, really good. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles, and I love that you've got the Queen of Pentacles because I spoke about money, didn't I, and relationships. And Queen of Pentacles is a good sign. It means that during this new moon, you have the capacity to understand your finances, but also in a really high vibration way. The Queen of Pentacles wants to say to you, look, everything's going to be fine. You don't need to worry about these things. You don't need to worry about money. You don't need to worry about what comes, and what comes will, sort of may. What is it? What comes will be. There's a kind of generosity shown here, magnificence, security, opulence. The Queen of Pentacles is literally about wealth. She's wealthy. She's holding the Queen. She has good marriage. She has good life. There's positivity around this card. And as I say, the Page of Swords is also showing me that very similar energy and vibration. And it's like, saying to yourself, I have the authority to oversee things. I have the vigilance, I can have these good qualities. So, there could be some kind of indiscretion in some ways with the Page of Swords because he's a sword and there's like conflicts shown with it. But I don't get that for this reading for this new moon. What I get instead is a high vibration energy that is bringing you a kind of youthfulness so you can actually go forward in your goals. So there you go, Page of Swords and Queen of Pentacles, lovely cards for the new moon in Leo. So your new moon intentions. Now, for Leo, I would literally say have a point of focus for the new moon in Leo. Have a point of focus. So what I'm going to say is go inwards, okay, and do a meditation. Leo would not like the meditation, but we are doing this so that you can find the real core of what you want to do. So make your new moon intentions, what you want to bring in, go into that meditative space, go into your body and say, for my new moon in Leo intentions, and go inside, close your eyes. Say, my new moon intention is, I'm not going to give it to you today because Leo wouldn't want that. Leo is very independent, strong, doesn't want anyone telling it what to do. So you're going to go inwards and you're going to say, and only do this if you're not, you're not doing anything that requires your full concentration, you're driving, you're operating any machinery. Do this when you can, when there's a quiet space, go inwards, close your eyes and say, what is my intention for the next 4 weeks? And the first thing that comes into your mind is the intention. And then that's the thing you're going to be doing for the new moon in Leo. So there you go, my lovely. So that was your new moon in Leo. audio podcast star report. I am sending you so much love for this new moon. Happy new moon in Leo, lovelies. Take care, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Namaste. Love you all. Bye. Bye.